Snowman. So The Snowman is an upcoming mystery drama movie that comes out this Friday. It stars Michael Fassbender, and is this movie good? It's not good at all, so I'm being honest. I literally just came back from seeing this movie, and I was just so thoroughly disappointed, not to mention just out of my mind bored as shit. And that's a shame too, because the trailers for this movie made it seem like it's going to be like some really good, intense shit. It made it seem like it's going to be like Michael Fassbender trying to track down this lunatic guy who's cutting off people's heads and putting snowmen on them and shit like that. So was he leaving these clues around that you, the viewer, and Michael Fassbender got to track him down and piece it all together and shit to find out who this guy is and check him out. Now, interesting shit. Too bad the movie is nothing like that at all. Now, yeah, there is a guy out there cutting off people's heads, putting snowmen on them in that aspect. Now, too bad it's just weighed down with shitty editing, shitty camera work, poor dialogue, no character development, and an overall boring experience is gonna make you just be like, I'm going to check out of this movie, so I want to cut my head off and put a snowman on it, please. Now, first off, adding the movie, just Michael Fassbender, I feel like he could have been played by anybody in this movie, for real. He was pretty much phoning it in this movie. This movie was pretty much like, yeah, the director was like, yeah, we just saw you just wrap up X-Men Apocalypse, so can you please just come over here and film this movie for us a little bit? We'll pay you money. And it shows too, because it seems like Michael Fassbender doesn't even really give a shit in the scenes he's doing in this movie. He's not just like looking at the camera, looking all drunk, piss poor and shit, just like giving out shitty dialogue or just shitty exposition that you don't care about. It's not like he doesn't care about either. Plot in the movie more or less is just Michael Fassbender more or less trying to find out this maniac who's cutting off people's heads and putting snowmen on them, and it's kind of linked to a case he was working on a couple years back, so there's flashbacks going along with that, trying to piece it all together. Easier for me to explain it to you than actually watching it, because the movie is shot very choppy and it's terrible. A true story, actual quote from the director. He actually said that it was about 10-50% of this movie that he didn't actually get to film, and it shows in this movie. Like, there are scenes that happen in the movie where just like a scene happened, then just like cuts to a different complete scene that had nothing to do with that at all. And I felt like there were a lot of things in the movie that were missing out of it, like for example, the killer's motive. Like, why was the killer doing what he was doing? Why was he cutting these people's heads off with snowmen on them? Like, why was he doing it? The movie never fully explained why the killer was doing and what he was doing. Well, you could pass it off like, oh, you gotta get into the killer's mind, you gotta pass it. No, the movie didn't explain it good enough at all. Not enough for your casual moviegoer to watch it and be like, A to B, that's what the killer's motive was. Got it. Not to mention the pacing of the movie is just, oh my gosh, the movie is about an hour and 59 minutes long, and it feels like 2 hours and 20 minutes long. The scenes are not just dragging themselves out that doesn't really have a point. Your character giving dialogue, exposition that is delivered so poorly that you're not gonna give a shit. You're not even gonna remember it. You're not gonna remember 2 scenes from now, because probably the movie's gonna like cut that part out. It's gonna make it have a scene and look, it's going somewhere, and then it doesn't. You know, there are elements where it's like, oh, like the snowman killer strikes again. Like, oh, what's he doing? He's trying to figure it out. Until about 3/4 of the movie, just fucking forget about it. It's just, oh, okay, whatever. It's an afterthought. Then at the end of the day, the Snowman, it was a complete disappointment for me. This movie was nothing like the trailers made it seem like it was going to be, and that's just what you need to know about it. Do not listen to the trailers when you see this movie. It's nothing like that at all. Michael Fassbender just phoned it in this movie, gonna be played by anybody. The director clearly didn't give 2 shits about filming this movie. It was just like, let's just put Michael Fassbender in the movie, just see how it goes. That'll sell, right? And on the name alone, I don't think so. With that being said, I'm gonna easily say that the Snowman is indeed a 2 out of 10, which means you're not gonna remember it at all. And as always, guys, subscribe. Until next time.